Bulking season 2025 is here, and today I'm going to be giving you the top 5 best mass gainer supplements to help you pack on the muscle, but not the fat. And I'm going to be answering the age-old question, do weight gainers actually work? The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and there is so much bro science about how to properly bulk. Do mass gainers work? Should you drink a gallon of milk a day? How many calories should you be eating on a bulk? So on and so on. And let me tell you right away, today we are going to be answering all of the major questions you have about bulking, and I'm going to be giving you my top 5 mass gainer supplements of 2025. The number 1 mass gainer supplement of all time is whole food. That's right. You need to be getting as much, if not all of your calories from whole food. If anyone out there is telling you different, they are an absolute liar. Whole food is going to digest easier. It's going to digest over a longer period of time. You're going to get more nutrients out of it, and ultimately it's going to give you the results you're looking for. Now, you're on a bulk. A lot of people think they don't have to bother to count their calories. They can just kind of wing it. That's the wrong answer. You want to make sure that you are tracking your weight and your calories. There's tons of apps out there. Many of them are free. It's a little bit of a nuisance, but after you do it for a little while, it becomes a lot easier. You need to do it so that every week you know that if the scale goes up too much, you need to actually keep the same amount of calories. Whereas if the scale doesn't go up at all, you need to
pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
And that's the only way you're going to get an accurate depiction of how many calories you should be ingesting based on what you did the previous week and how much weight you gained. Number 2, many of you are already getting plenty of protein and fat in your diet before you even start bulking. So when you do bulk, you don't necessarily want to just up the fat and up the protein. You really want to concentrate on upping the carbohydrates. And it is difficult to get clean carbs into your system that are not going to spike your insulin. Well, the answer to that problem is super carb. This is highly branched cyclic dextrin. It's a carbohydrate that actually digests over a 4-hour window. It's low on the glycemic index, meaning your insulin is not going to be spiked. 1 scoop of this is 100 calories. So you could do a scoop with your pre-workout, scoop with your post-workout. I love throwing this thing into my protein shakes to add a few extra carbohydrates in there. I will tell you, there's a bunch of flavors this comes in. I always get unflavored because it mixes easily with anything that you're going to be drinking. Should you drink a gallon of milk a day? No, you do not want to be doing that. It is absolutely going to jack up your digestive system, and the amount of calories in there are definitely going to put you way over the top when it comes to your macros. But what you can do in terms of getting in quick calories that are whole food and actually good for you is to drink some milk, but the right kind of milk. So this Fairlife milk is actually utilizing a different filtration process that reduces the sugar, ups the protein, and is lactose free. You can easily grab these at any supermarket and simply drink an 8-ounce glass twice a day to tack on a few extra calories.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
To answer your question, yes, mass gainers do work. They are an easy way to quickly get in calories into your system at an effective price point. However, they're not all that they are cracked up to be.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Most weight gainers are just chocked full of sugar and dextrose, and that is going to spike your insulin and signal to your body to store those extra calories as fat.
Go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
To make matters worse, most weight gainers don't actually taste good. Now you think they would because they throw in so much fat and sugar that they would taste delicious, but unfortunately, many of them you've got to kind of pinch your nose and chug it down. Also, while we're just spitting truth, so many of you don't have that crazy hectic lifestyle that forces you to take in a mass gainer to ensure that you're going to be getting all of your calories for the day. You've got plenty of time in your schedule to find another better way to get your calories in. But for most of you that are hard gainers, you live a crazy, hectic, busy lifestyle and you don't have time to chew all the food you are going to need to get your calories in, there is NutraBio's Extreme Mass. Right off the top, The flavor strawberry pastry is one of my favorites. It actually tastes like a strawberry pastry. It's delicious. Also, they use a digestive resistant carbohydrate, allowing you to not have that massive spike in insulin. They also use two forms of protein, a whey protein isolate, which has a bioavailability above 100, and a casein protein. That's going to give you a long, even digestion window of those proteins in your system. They also throw in a bunch of vitamins so that it is essentially replacing a whole food meal. One full 4-scoop serving is going to be 650 calories. And you don't want to do a whole serving at a time. Your body just can't handle all of those calories at once. And while I'm sure you've had bigger meals than that, you've got to remember it's a liquid form of nutrients. So your body is going to basically break that down rather quickly. I would rather see you do half a serving twice a day if in fact you do need the full 650 extra calories. As far as on-the-go calories are concerned, this is pretty cost effective. So one half serving, which is 2 scoops, is going to run you about $2 per serving. But for a company that makes their own supplements in a certified GMP facility with third-party testing, that's a steal of a deal.
Time out. I need to give you an honorable mention. Oftentimes when we are on the go, we want to get those calories in, and obviously you can consume liquid form of calories, but sometimes we want something that's actually going to fill up our belly, and in that case you want to go with a whole food bar. I will tell you, these are not protein bars. These are made with all organic ingredients. There's a number of them out there. This one's the purest from Rep Fitness. They've got 2 flavors that I like, they also have the RX bar, and there's a bunch of them out there. But the reality is, it's as close to whole food as you can get. Now, why don't I recommend protein bars? Reason being, oftentimes protein bars are filled with sub-quality protein and a whole bunch of junk carbohydrates and other artificial stuff that you really don't want to be getting into your system. When you get something like the purest bar, you're getting literally all organic ingredients.
I'm going to thank all of you for using my affiliate links. When you use those links, it helps me keep this ice bath cold in the winter time. As usual, let me know when you use those links so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation.
And rounding out the top 5 best mass gainers of 2025 has to be meal replacements. That's right, you go and get a meal replacement powder, also known as an MRP, and it has protein, fat, carbohydrates, and vitamins, essentially replacing a meal. The only problem and the reason that they're the lowest on the list is the reality that they do tend to be lower in calories because most people taking them are actually on a diet, and the fact that they tend to be higher in their price point. Another alternative, and an honorable mention, is actually fast food. Yes, you heard right, fast food, but a healthy fast food. There are a lot of healthy options out there like Chipotle and Chick-fil-A, as long as you're smart about what you're actually eating and what you make sure that they don't include. You can find a few restaurants in your area that are going to deliver you a healthy additional meal that you can take in that will be close to whole food and won't absolutely crush your wallet. It is easy to go online and see these fit influencers bulking on 10,000 calories a day, seemingly just shoving their pie hole with donuts and McDonald's, and they see great results. Now, but what they don't tell you is all of the super creatine they're injecting on a regular basis. And if you try to mimic their diet, unfortunately, you're just gonna get bloated and fat like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You're not gonna see the results that they are because you're not injecting yourself a couple times a day. Now, if you want to get big, if you want to put on size, but you don't want to put on fat, remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Keep your calories counted. Make sure you are tracking your weight and your calories so you know how to adjust your diet on a week-to-week basis. And what's most importantly, these 2 videos are what you are going to want to watch next. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back